Our representative is Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine is a 61-year-old Democrat who ran as Hillary Clinton's running mate in the 2016 presidential election. In 2018, he won the election for Virginia Senator over Corey Stewart by 57%. As one of Virginia's senators, we hope that Tim Kaine properly represents us. So, in order to come to a solution, we have created criteria that he must meet and graded him, from a time frame of 2018 to 2019, based off of how well our group feels represented. Our criteria are how well he interacts with his constituents, if our group personally agrees with his laws and actions, whether he follows through with his campaign promises or not, and if he is bringing jobs to Virginia to support its residents. We are scoring how well Tim Kaine is representing us on a scale of 0 to 3 and then averaging all the scores at the end for a final grade. Kaine has a program called Kaine Connects. Tim Kaine is very busy, but although he does not participate in this program directly himself, it allows his constituents to meet with his staff members one-on-one in a personalized setting. His website is a very useful tool because it not only shows the many areas where the program has traveled to throughout the state but also where his staff members will be next, so his constituents can schedule meetings with them. Despite his unavailability, Kaine has developed a way to let his constituents' voices be heard, and because of that, we have scored him 3 out of 3. In 2018, Tim Kaine met with Mark Warner in order to submit an application for $53 million in order to improve and maintain Interstate 81 and the Shenandoah Valley. Due to a lacking in federal funding, Kaine and Warner are working together with business owners in order to improve infrastructure and introduce an infrastructure federal funding plan to the Trump administration. Recently, there was a vote to ban infanticide and Kaine voted against it. He believes that a woman has the right to decide what is best for her body and her infant. Another bill was proposed that stated that a woman can have an abortion in the last 3 months of her pregnancy, but Kaine did oppose this. The League of Conservation Voters is an organization that scores members in Congress based off of their positive environmental votes. Tim Kaine is an advocate for clean energy and improving the environment and received a 100% vote from the League, whereas representatives like Barbara Comstock received a 14%. For the criteria of aligning with what we believe in, Kaine has received a 2 out of 3. Kaine scored points in both infrastructure and environmentalism. We find these both to be very important to the world around us and necessary for sustaining our lifestyle. For transportation and infrastructure specifically, it is great to see that Kaine is not only working to fix a problem and go further with it, but working with the community as well to find a solution. It was unanimous that our group believes that the infanticide should not be allowed for use on fetuses who have survived an abortion, because at that point they are no longer fetuses, so that docked him a point. However, it is reassuring to know that he does have limitations on the subject. Tim Kaine is opposed to President Trump's strict immigration policies and believes in immigration reform and the DREAMer program. In 2005, Rosa Gutierrez Lopez fled from El Salvador to Virginia for a better life after the threatened with gang violence. There she found sanctuary in a church and has lived there ever since, now along with her American-born children. In 2017, the deportation agency began harassing her and her family and trying to get Rosa and her children deported. Until recently, the clergymen at the church asked Tim Kaine for help. Kaine condemned this heartless act and stopped the agency from hounding her. Tim Kaine campaigned against gun violence and promised to treat the issue. He has voted for multiple gun control laws, such as instant background checks, mental health databases, and he helped close the background check loophole which allowed consumers to purchase a firearm from a gun show without a background check. Kaine also campaigned for aiding veterans and providing them with benefits. He has worked on this by recently introducing an act that permits veterans to access to medical marijuana for medicinal and therapeutic purposes in order to aid their mental health. For this section, we have given Kaine a 3 out of 3 for following through on the sample of promises that we collected and his obvious intent to continue onward with these and many others. We find it to be very important that our representative does his best to be honest and do exactly what people voted him in to do. A bill that Tim Kaine voted for is the Opening Doors Youth Act of 2018, and it was introduced to assist at-risk, jobless, and uneducated young adults ranging 16 to 18 in finding a part-time or full-time job. Federal funding is given to communities so they can coordinate with local businesses to hire, train, mentor, educate, and integrate these young adults into the workforce. Another bill that he voted for is the Veteran Small Business Enhancement Act of 2018. This act added veterans to the list of recipients of eligible recipients among women and minorities who receive excess federal property. By receiving this property, these people are able to put their expenses towards other necessities into successfully growing their businesses. For this category, we have scored Kaine another 3 out of 3. We did so because he has done an outstanding job not just to further support veterans but young adults as well by offering them more opportunities in life that can lead to a successful career and life. This could potentially reduce gang violence by getting more susceptible young adults off of the street, and it also promotes the relationship between local government and business. Tim Kaine's final score is 91% as he has scored a total of 11/12 for our rating system. This is only sample data of everything he has done, but based off what we have collected we have concluded that we feel that our group is being very well represented by the senator. Kaine has done a lot while in office through 2018 to 2019 and we feel that he is a great candidate and representative.